Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process.
Time for the match number 5 of University of Exeter presents Empower Super League Season 3. It's a Group A encounter between FPS and Nixa College. We have got both the captains with us. We have got Sas, the skipper of Nixa College. We have got Asher, R is in fact, the skipper of FPS and the on-field umpire. I believe Saad will be flipping the coin. Heads is the call from... and it has tails. So Nixa have won the toss. Saad, what are you going to do and why?
We're going to bat.
Saad, it looks like a different pitch that we are going to be playing on today, and it looks much closer towards that end. Your batting has been pretty decent. You won the previous match chasing down a target. So how much total will you be able to put on the board?
Aiming at anything above 200.
You already won the first match, so you're already almost through to the semi-finals. So will you be able to pressurize the opposition today, who have a must-win game today?
I think definitely our confidence is really high, so we're going to use that to pressurize the opposition.
All the best out for today's game. Aris, unfortunately you lost the toss, but what would you have done?
We would have ball first anyway, so it's fine.
So it's a must-win game for you. Obviously you lost the first match, but you've been getting a gap of like good 5 or 7 days. Now will you be able to restrict the opposition to a modest total?
That's the plan. Let's see. Hopefully we can restrict them under 120s.
Any change in the playing 11 today?
No. Yes, one change.
All the best. So that's the news from the center. Nixa College skipper here today.
Yes. From shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
opening the innings, hoping that they can get a huge total on the board, as their captain expected at the time of the toss, and he said they'll be looking to score more than 200, which is very gettable as well. Especially looking at the way the pitch is going to behave, it looks a very good batting strip, and we are playing on the pitch to the right of the square, so that means from the opposite end, the leg side boundary will be very short. Hits it powerfully, but still couldn't get it through the fielder at mid-off. It was the captain himself. They'll get that single they were after. One thing is for sure, you can expect some early movement with the new ball for the fast bowler, because these are very windy conditions here today at Karachi. I mean, the weather has been very cold if you talk about the last couple of days. Well, couldn't gather that one cleanly, the wicket keeper. They're going to run one extra, so it's going to be... It's been given as from the bat, I guess, from the on-field umpires. It didn't hit the pads. But a quiet start this so far from Nixa. We haven't seen a boundary of the very first over, which seems to be the plan for FES as well. They have taken a field at a deep mid-wicket and field at a deep fine leg. The leg side boundary from that particular end is slightly bigger as compared from the opposite end. Gets it in the gap. Well, he just dropped it slightly shorter there, Raza. Stand and deliver stuff this from the right-hander. He made sure that he got it comfortably over square leg. Knew that there was a fielder at deep mid-wicket. But he hit it square enough to make sure that he got it past that fielder. One bounce and into the fence. Much better line and length by Raza on that occasion. Much straighter and slightly more fuller. Well, as a fast bowler, even if you don't have that much pace, if you can just bowl it straight and try to bowl full in length, you can get some movement off the pitch or in the air as well. But you can't really afford to drop it short against the right-hander, especially knowing the fact. Nicely bowled. Well dug out by the batter. He'll still get that single towards mid-on. So first over done and dusted. Nixa College, while batting first, are 11 for no loss.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment.
Deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to
Ayan Naqvi sharing the new ball. So fast bowlers operating from both ends from FPS, whereas we have seen other teams relying on spinners too at the start of their innings. Well, we saw User College bowling all 17 overs by their spinners, apart from one over that turned out to be the last over of the game as well. Talking about the previous match where Cedar were up against Lyceum and they absolutely demolished the boys in green and they bundled them out for just 61. We saw a couple of bowlers picking up a hat-trick. Ali Shaban, the fast bowler, as well as Nabil, the left-arm spinner. He's definitely getting some shape away from the right-hander. His length has been much more fuller as compared to his new ball partner so far. It's been just a couple of deliveries so far. And this is the end we were talking about. You can see that we are playing on the third wicket. That is here in the square. So the leg side boundary from that end becomes slightly shorter for the right-handers. That's why as a fast bowler or even as a spinner, you got to bowl full and outside the off stump and got to make the batters look for the drive instead of targeting the pads. He uses his feet but just gets a thick outside edge. There is a fielder at deep third man. Will just get a run. So good start this from Naqvi. The openers have been slightly tentative so far in the first couple of overs, but I'm pretty sure as soon as they're going to get their eye in, they will be looking to utilize the first 6 overs as well as get a big score for themselves. There are hardly any cracks, hardly any grass available on this pitch, so you can expect a decent bounce and a lot of runs. Hits it powerfully, but it goes straight towards the captain at mid-off. Well, FES twice in 2 matches, they will have to chase down the target. They couldn't chase down 174 against Scepter in their very first match, and they were bowled out for 106. Their bowling is pretty decent, but they obviously will have to make sure that they restrict Nix to a modest total if they want to go on and chase down the total. Because anything more than 150 will be very difficult to chase down. Oh, it's a full toss on leg stump. Luckily, the fielder at fine leg was very close to the wicket keeper. That's why the ball couldn't go far away from him. They just got 1 run on the extra. One of the openers got a quick fire 72 the other day against Scepter. Picks that one away on the leg side. It's a shorter boundary towards that region. He'll collect his second boundary of the innings now, RS. There was hardly anything wrong with that delivery. It was almost on that off-stump channel, but he just shuffled across and made sure that he slightly played that one up in the air. He knew that there was no one standing there in the deep. So once you clear the infield, you always get a boundary on the leg side. Once again on leg stump, it's a full toss. Gets it past the fielder at square leg. This will run away for 4 as well. So not a good way to win the over. A full toss on leg stump, and it was worked nicely by the right-handed batter. Although there was a fielder at short square leg, but it was timed beautifully. It was a bit of a misfield there from the fielder. Could have been stopped. Instead, it rolled past the boundary ropes. So a couple of boundaries to end the over. 2 overs done. Nixa College have once again gone off to a pretty decent start. It's 22 for no loss for the boys in orange.
Date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Picks that one up in the air, gets it past mid-on. Wonderful start to the over. Once again, this from the Nixa College. It's Archer this time who gets it in the gap and gets his first boundary now of the innings. So the last 3 deliveries have been put away by these 2 openers. On previous 2 occasions, it was Ares who was able to utilize the leg side, short leg side boundary. This time, it was the Archer who just shuffled across and made use of that fuller length delivery from Raza. Both these openers have now started to open up their shoulders because they have seen out the new ball. As early as possible. And don't let them do all the damage in the first 6 overs. Uses his feet, but he stays on the leg side. It will be given as a wide. Only 2 bowling sides have been very disciplined so far in this tournament. First, it was User College who bowled beautifully, I guess, in their very first match. And then it was Cedar who were able to bowl out the opposition on just 61. Not only they conceded few runs, but they made sure that they do not bowl a lot of wides down the leg side or outside the off stump. Punches that one off the back foot, gets it in the gap as well. This is a quality stroke, this from Asher. Once again, making use of that shorter boundary towards the offside. Standing tall and making sure that he gets it in the gap. The ball was coming after pitching, but he was able to make sure that he allowed the ball to get closer to him and was able to get it through extra cover and mid-off. It's going to be another wide, I guess. Yep. Well, they themselves wanted to bowl first in this match, FPS, so they must have come up with a definite plan against the defending champions. But so far, Nixa College have been able to get up to a flying start. They are almost scoring at 14 and over. He had to lose a wicket. Low full toss just tickles it towards the fielder at short fine, but they won't get that single they were after. I just get the feeling the captain do realize that the bowlers can stray towards the leg stump, so it's important that you keep the fielder at fine leg, much finer, so as if the wicketkeeper is not being able to get at the ball cleanly, the fine leg fielder will always have a chance to pull the ball back before it goes towards the boundary ropes. Square leg has some job to do. Well, he does, in fact. Just make sure that he pushes the ball inside. And they were able to get back for a couple of runs. A lot of runs available, especially on this lightning quick outfield and a wonderful batting strip. Balls it short and just gets it past mid wicket. The outfield is quick. This ball will run away as well. Can't really blame the fielders on that occasion because once the ball clears the infield, it just usually races away across the outfield. It was a good attempt of a bouncer. Just got a little big on him, but he was still able to control that one. Got that down before it reached the fielder at mid wicket. And he also played it to his right to make sure that he ends up getting another boundary. So expensive over this from Raza. Couple of wides, a couple, and now 3 boundaries so far. Earlier it was Ares who was doing all the damage, but now it's Asher who has also started to find the gaps on either side of the wicket. Uses his feet. It's a glorious stroke over bowler's head. This will run away for 4 as well. Although they had that fielder at long on, but he was very wide. And it seemed like Asher had already made up his mind that he's going to be using his feet. The length was fuller, it was in the arc, and he was able to go get it over the bowler's head comfortably. Expensive over from Raza comes to an end. 3 overs are now done. Nixa College are 42 for no loss.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa.
It's going to be Ayan Naqvi once again in his second over now. Starts off with another wide down the leg side. I remember they were chasing down a target of 150 odd in the very first match, Nixa, but even on that occasion, they got off to a decent start and they were able to score more than 12 and over in every over in that run chase. Today, they are batting first, so they've got no pressure whatsoever. And it seems like they are in a mood of posting a huge total on the board. Plays that one up in the air, but there is a fielder at long on who does well. Now, the highest team total so far in this tournament is 189, which I guess user were able to achieve. But the way Nixa have started here today, seems like they're going to go well beyond that. Unless and until we see FPS bowlers picking up wickets. Decent opening stand by the two right-handers. Oh, a bit of a misfield there. Once away in from the field at extra cover. This will run away for 4 as well. This is not needed by FES right now. Fast bowler did the right thing by bowling it fuller. Just rolled his fingers over that as well. It wasn't timed perfectly, but have a look at that ball going between the legs of that field at extra cover. Just couldn't get his hand down at the right time, and that allowed the ball to go past him. And once again towards the boundary ropes. A lot of boundaries already in the first 4 overs from Nixa. And now it's a full toss. Basil was out there at mid-wicket. He made sure that he doesn't let the ball go away from his reach. As a fielder, you got to make sure that whenever the bowler has delivered a decent delivery, shouldn't really go towards the boundary rope if it's coming right where you are standing. It's been given as a no ball. He might have overstepped there. Naqvi. That will present a free hit to the right-hander who is already batting on 24 of just 11 deliveries. Haven't seen a maximum being hit so far. This might be the opportunity for the right-hander to just go over the boundary ropes. He couldn't. But he still got it over the bowler's head. This will run away for 4. Couldn't get the maximum result, but still got a boundary he was after. 50 also comes up for Nixa College. In just their fourth over of the innings, another slower delivery attempted. It was outside the off stump, but he was able to time it very well over the bowler's head. Excellent start this from the Sharks. He's just into his second over. He has already started to feel a lot of pressure, Ayan Naqvi. It usually happens when you have been hit away for so many runs on either side of the ground, and the fielders haven't really been able to lift up the mood of the team. Used his speed, but the ball swung further away from him. Harshal looked disappointed. He thought there was an opportunity of getting a boundary since there was no one out there in the deep, but the ball just too wide from him. Given as a wide as well by the umpire. They do realize that it's a shorter boundary on the leg side, so now they have placed a fielder at deep square leg. So if the bowler just bowls towards the leg side, it goes straight to him. Squeeze that one over the point. Fielder doesn't have enough legs to go past the boundary rows. The fielder will get there first, but it will still bring up another couple of runs for the right-hander RS. Another expensive over. That comes to an end from the fast bowler. 4 overs are now done. Nixa College are yet to lose a wicket. They still have got a couple of overs remaining in the power play, and they are 58 for no loss.
Acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
So 58 for no loss. Time for some spin for the very first time in this innings. It's going to be the skipper, RS, with his offies. He has come up against the two right-handers during the power play. I just get the feeling he has chosen the right end, because from that end, the leg side boundary is slightly bigger. So even if the ball is going to be turning into the pads, the batters will have to generate some force to get the ball over the boundary ropes. He got a couple of wickets, RS, against Scepter. Today he'll have to bowl a little better as compared to what he did the other day. Got for a few runs as well the other day. Gently played towards mid wicket, will just get a run. They know that the fielders are not that sharp inside the inner ring, so they are always very easy singles to be taken by the two openers. Might slow down a bit against the spinner, but in the process they will still ensure that they use the fielding restrictions, which are still going to be on for the next 9 deliveries. On the other hand, FPS have got a lot of thinking to do. The tall off spinner doesn't really look to turn the ball a great deal, but you can expect him to get some more bounces compared to the other spinners of his team. Off the back foot, gets it in the gap. Finally, Asher manages to break the shackles in this over from the skipper. It was turning out to be a lovely over from the skipper until that point where he bowled it too short and too wide, and that allowed the right-hander to just rock on the back foot and get it through the gap on the offside. So brilliant way to end the over. This from Nixer once again. We haven't really seen an over ending without a boundary. 5 overs are now done. Nixer are 67 for no loss.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities
Change of bowling from the opposite end as well. Usaid begins the over with a gentle delivery down the leg side, and it was put away nicely over square leg from Aris. First maximum of the innings. It was a gentle loosener. This from the off spinner, had no pace whatsoever. Just came in and released that. The batter had so much time to just shuffle across the off stump and hit it comfortably over square leg. And he does it again. Horizontal bat stroke, won't get a 6, but still will get a boundary he was after. Aris. Usaid is just not bowling outside the off stump. The end at which he's bowling for, he should have been bowling further outside the off stump as compared to his line of attack in the first couple of balls. Both these right-handers are very strong on the leg side as well. He goes straight. Now it's an opportunity for the fielder running backwards at mid-on, but the ball just bounces over his head. I think it was the skipper Aris himself. Will get a single now. He's just coming in and releasing those deliveries. Usaid, there hasn't been a lot of effort so far in his first 3 balls. That's a much better line, but still too short for the right-hander. Gets it in the air and just bounces in front of the fielder. It was a decent effort there from extra cover. but still just couldn't get closer to where the ball was hit. Might have hit his thumb, and while he was looking to dive forwards, just couldn't really pouch that one. Still won't carry to any of those fielders inside the inner ring. The ball is running further away from the skipper, who was standing there at mid-on. They'll get a couple of runs. They were after an expensive start, as Samu said. Made 14 runs in his first over. The batting power play clearly belonging to Nixa College. They are 81 for no loss after 6 overs.
To crafting personal statements, to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying Business and Environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant.
So the batting power play is over. They were able to score 81 without losing any wicket. Nixa College. And the boundaries will keep on coming for the Sharks as once again, Adil just drifting it down the leg side. It was paddled very well by the right-handed opener. Not a lot of effort was put in by the fielder at short fine. He died, but he still couldn't really stop that one. So a huge total is on the cards here today. Ushered into the 40s already. Well, he is looking slightly disappointed. Might have been looking to get a few more runs out of that stroke, but he'll still get the opportunity, Asher. It's played up in the air now. Said is a pretty decent fielder, but he just couldn't really get to the ball on that occasion. It's never really easy to spot the ball from the grey skies when it's coming down, especially with the ball just swirling and changing its direction on its way towards the fielder. But in a crucial match, you got to make sure that you convert these half chances into full. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for them to come back from this situation they're finding themselves in. It's going to be a few more runs. The umpires are just confirming whether it came off the bat. Yep, it did. So 4 more will be added to the total. A couple of occasions he has just drifted the ball down the leg side, and on both the occasions the batters have been able to get it past the wicket keeper to get that ball rolling towards the boundary ropes. They're running the first one hard. They will be able to get back for the second one as well because of the misfield there from Musaid. Still sure he's going to be, must have been thinking about the previous over that he delivered, Musaid. But he got hit away for plenty of runs. "12 runs in that over from the skipper after 7. Nixa a 93 for no loss."
Vibrant. Of course, there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus, there are loads of places to eat. My personal favorite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives.
So after just 1 over, Syed Mir has been taken off, and we're going to witness Basil Rizvi. Starts off with a full toss, another misfield there from the fielder at point. But he's lucky enough that there was a fielder behind him who covered that one, and he got a couple of more runs, Aris. I haven't seen a lot of spin options today so far from FPS, just a skipper and Usaid. Have been the bowlers who have been taking the pace off, but Nixa College, well, they are once again living up to their reputation. They're defending champions. Not only they want to win this game and get those 2 points, but they also want to finish at the top of the points table. Full toss on leg stump. That is put away nicely. It's the shorter side of the boundary that both these right-handers are targeting, and so far they have been able to get those runs very easily. He was looking to target the pads or the stumps maybe, but the right-hander just shuffled across and made sure that he was able to get that behind square on the leg side. Aris today also looking to get a big score for himself. Nice effort and is followed through by the bowler himself. Although it was timed beautifully by Aris and it would have fetched him at least a couple of runs straight down the ground, but he was able to stop that with his right foot. Now he looks strongly built, Basil, and he's bowling at a decent pace as well. But right now he needs some support from his fielders too. And probably some luck to go in the favor of FVS, which we haven't really seen happening so far in these first 7.5 overs. Bit of a leading edge, but it's not going to carry towards short third. Good effort there from the fielder as he was able to stop that one in a very first attempt. 100 also comes up for Nixa College in just their 8th over. So, yep, 200 is definitely on the cards for the boys in orange. And if they can bat the way they have up till now, they can even get more than 200. Well, he's just looking to come in and bang the ball hard on the wicket to get some extra bounce or maybe surprise the batter with that some shorter pitch stuff. But these two batters are now well set. And if there's going to be anything slightly short or towards the leg stump, they will be able to get those boundaries as they have done so far. Tries to hit that a little too hard. Will just get a single towards long gone. So a pretty decent over, you could say, from Basil Rizvi. Just a boundary and 5 more runs from it. After 8, Nixa at 102 for no loss.
Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment.
Bowling his third over on the trot now, the skipper RS. None for 21 in his first couple of overs. Once again drifting the ball down the leg side. Put away nicely. This will run away for 4 as well. It's almost an identical start the way he began his previous over too. And the right-hander was able to get him behind square on the leg side to collect a boundary of the very first ball. So both the openers are now into the 40s. Let's see which of the will get to the half century first. Bowled it slower through the air. Still they were able to get that quick single they were after. There has been no difficulty whatsoever. We haven't really seen a lot of movement. In fact, there was some movement early on for the fast bowlers, but both the openers made sure that they negotiated with the new ball nicely, and now they are at the peak of their powers almost. Well, he's bowling his third over. He's going to be having one more after this one. Usaid has been expensive in his first, so which other bowling options will he go for? Short and wide, put away nicely. That's going to go all the way for 4, and the 50 also comes up for Asher. It was not a bad delivery, this from the skipper. It was not that short either. It was slightly quicker through the air as well from the off spinner, but he was still able to get it in front of square on the offside. And we have seen a lot of runs being scored from that end towards that side of the ground. 10 boundaries in that inning so far. And now he gives himself a little bit of room, gets it to the left of the fielder at long off. A bit of a fumble that will allow him to come back for a couple of runs. They haven't really done a lot of running between the wickets, both these batters. There is still a ball remaining in this over. Still searching for his first wicket of the day, the skipper. Flights that one up, catch it in the gap. This will run away for 4 as well. Maybe that's the reason why he wanted to get done with his over as early as possible, Adil, because he knew that the batters are in a very decent form and just pitches that one up. Was nicely driven by the right-hander. Plenty of gap available between extra cover and Longa, who was standing very straight, and he was able to find that. So 3 boundaries once again coming in that over from the skipper. After 9, Nixa College at 117 for no loss.
At the University of Exeter Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter,
hits it straight. It's up in the air. The fielder is getting underneath it, and Usaid finally takes the first catch of the day. And 117 runs opening stand comes to an end. And Alzares was looking to get a boundary to get to his half century, but he couldn't find the gap and ending up hitting it straight down to the throat of that fielder at long on. Basel picking up the first wicket for the FPS. It was struck nicely, but couldn't get enough distance or the elevation behind that one. As I said, took it comfortably at long on. But a brilliant opening stand comes to an end between Ares and Asher. It's Ares who will be walking back to the dugout after scoring 47 of just 25 deliveries. And Nixa have now lost their first wicket. They are 117 for 1.
and University of St. Andrews, and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus.
So the left-hander Hamza Donwala walks in at number 3 now for Nixa College. Basil Rizvi will be coming around the wicket to the left-hander. Pulls a full toss, but it was well outside the off stump, so it's going to be given as a wide once again by the on-field umpire. He looks a very strong fast bowler. Broad shoulders, got a very decent action. And he's bowling at a decent pace as well, Basil. His first over was a pretty decent one as well, but he was just hit away for one boundary. And he got a perfect start to this over, but he got rid of Ares, who just fell short of his half century today, out on 47. But this is the moment where they have to make sure that they keep on picking up more wickets, FPS. If they want to bring their team back in this contest. Otherwise, Nixa College so far is just running away with the show. 10 overs are yet to be bowled, and they are still scoring at more than 12 an over, which will definitely take their score past 200 if they keep on batting at this run rate. Plays that one up in the air, but it's going to be just a single towards deep extra cover. A very good all-rounder. Hamza Donwala bowls as an off-spinner, bats as a left-hander. Looks very strong, and I'm pretty sure he's been sent at number 3 so that they can keep up with the scoring rate, which both these openers were able to achieve in the first 9 overs. Hashid, meanwhile, has an opportunity for getting a big score for himself today. Haven't really seen a century being scored so far in this tournament. Abdullah Shiraz last time around was able to score a couple of them for Nixa. He's passed out. Well, he wanted to give himself room. He wanted to blast that one on the offside, but the ball just tailing in slightly, as a result of which he was just able to get that single towards deep mid wicket. Need a lot of overs like these now, FPS. Some quiet overs, but they don't get hit for a lot of boundaries, and we don't really get to see a lot of wides or no balls. Just having a look at the leg side field. A big gap between fine leg and deep square leg. He goes over extra cover. It's up in the end. It goes over the fielder. It's gone all the way for 6. Playing away from his body, but he was still in complete control of that stroke, Hamza. It was pitched up. It was outside the off stump. It was a deliberate plan from the bowler to make him go outside the off stump, which he did. And he was able to get it over that fielder. Wonderful balance. Great hand-eye coordination there from the left-hander as he was able to get his first maximum of the innings. I'll hope that he can hit a few more of those. He comes down the pitch, hits it over mid-off. Madhu Said was able to gather that one. It was a confident stroke nevertheless, but he'll just get that single. So quiet over from Basil Rizvi comes to an end. He got a wicket as well. It's 127 for 1 after 10 overs. So it's going to be a bowling change as the captain himself has taken off the attack, being replaced by a leg spinner. I'm pretty sure he'll be looking to come on later on in this innings. Haris Adil couldn't pick up a wicket in his first 3 overs, so he's trying another option. The leg spinner who will be looking to turn the ball back into the left-hander. He does, but he has been hit away nicely towards the leg side by Hamza. He's been very aggressive in the first few deliveries that he has faced. He has already hit a 6-over extra cover, and now he has swept that one behind square for a boundary on the leg side. So might have lost the wicket in the previous over, but the boundaries still keep on coming for Nixer. Ideally, the leg spinner should be making him play on the offside a lot more from the end he's operating from. It's a full toss. It was missed by the batter, otherwise that would have been hit over the boundary ropes. But he just couldn't get it out of the middle of the blade, does Hamza Donwala. He'll still get that single, and that will once again bring Hashir on strike. They're shuffling a field because they've got a left-hander and a right-hander out there in the middle, Nixer College. They've got both the fielders on the leg side at the boundary ropes. Nixer College, obviously, if they go on to win this one, they're going to finish at the top of the points table with 2 wins out of 2 games. And they are going to be up against the team that will finish at the second position of the points table in Group A. In fact, Group B, that's another misfield from the fielder at square leg as Hamza Donwala picks up another easy boundary there on the leg side. It's not the first time we have seen the fielders have been very generous towards the batting team as they have been able to let the ball go past them. And even on that occasion, the fielder at square left should have been able to cut that one off. Another full toss might be given as a no ball this time by the on-field umpire because that was comfortably over the waist height from the left-hander. So that will be a free hit. By this time, it's going to be Asher who will be able to make use of it. Clearly, he almost played that from his shoulder height there. Well, just couldn't utilize that free hit, but still will be able to get few more runs as the ball went just between the wicketkeeper's legs. And they will return for a couple. Got a bottom edge to it, so runs given by the on-field umpire. 15 runs coming in that over from Huzaifa. After 11, Knicks are still marching along. They are 142 for 1. So another bowling change now from FPS. Basil Risby has been taken off the attack. Hussaid has been brought back in. Starts off with a short delivery, but he's lucky to get away with that as the ball just goes towards the field at a deep square leg after bouncing once, and Hamza Donwala picks up another single. Now once again he has come into bowl from that end where it has been a very short boundary for the legs on the leg side for the right-hander. It's expensive in his first over, but he got hit for 15. Ideally, he should be bowling outside the off stump now, especially against a right-hander who has already gone past his half-century, and he's looking even more confident now, Asher. Instead, he drops it slightly short. He gets it in the gap towards mid-wicket. This will run away for 4 as well from Asher's bat. It was outside the off stump, but he was still able to fetch that one towards the mid-wicket region. And that's what happened when you spend enough time at the crease. Sometimes you are able to convert those good deliveries into bad balls as well. And this is what Asher is doing right now. He knows that they have still got 9 more wickets in hand. It's another full toss, but we'll just get a single towards mid-wicket. They've got 9 more wickets in hand, so they can play with a lot of freedom at this stage. Even if they lose a wicket or two, next few overs, they're still in a very strong position that they will definitely go past the 200. Thrashes it. Does Hamza. And that boy out there at deep extra cover has been very good in the outfield. Sweeps it, gets it towards mid-wicket, will get another boundary, does Asher. Almost identical stroke of what he attempted earlier in this over as well. Slightly pitched up, he was able to get down on one knee and was able to sweep that one between long on and deep mid-wicket fielder. So boundary of the last ball means 150 also comes up for Nixa. They are 153 for 1 after 12 overs. So we saw Hamza Ahmed bowling his first over from this end, but he was expensive, so he has been taken off the attack. Another leg spinner, Hassan Patel, has begun very well so far. Just a couple of singles on the first 4 deliveries. This can turn out to be a very economical over. In fact, the most economical over of this innings if he doesn't really concede any boundaries in the next couple of balls. But it won't be that easy because of the shorter boundary towards the leg side and up against Hamza Dawnwala, who is a left-hander. FES haven't really been able to get the opposition under any sort of pressure. It took them 9.5 overs to get to the first wicket. And even after that, the scoring rate hasn't really dropped down for the Sharks, as Arshad has been able to get those runs very easily, and he is now being supported equally well by his left-handed partner, Hamza Dawnwala. A brilliant over from the leg spinner comes to an end. Just 4 singles from it. 13 overs are now done. They are 157 for 1. Another change in the bowling attack. We saw Usaid bowling his previous over from that end. He has been taken off, and the only successful bowler of this innings so far, Basil Rizvi, comes on to bowl his 3rd over of the spell. The last over was a very good one from FES point of view, as they were not hit for any boundary. We just saw 4 singles coming from that over from Hamza Patel. Just taking a little more time to adjust his field now, Basil Rizvi, ensuring that they have 4 fielders inside the inner ring on the offside. They've got fine legs, short third cover and extra cover, both inside. Whereas both the fielders on the leg side are at the boundary rope, so is the fielder at long on and long off. He's a powerful lad, Hamza Dawnwala. Not only he bats well, but he also bowls with the new ball. Falls it slightly shorter, but a good effort there from the fielder at square leg. He has been very good, especially at the boundary ropes, and that's why the captain has been making sure that he has been persistently fielding in the deep on the onside to make sure that he saves few boundaries. Well, Nixa, obviously, if they go on to win this match, they are going to be finishing at the top of the points table, and they're going to be up against either Huser or Cedar in their semi-final, depending on which of the two teams win the next encounter. Things are once again cooking up for a Nixa versus Cedar final of this Empower Super League. And if that happens, it's going to be the third time in a row. Hits it straight, hits it over the non-striker's head, but the captain was out there at long on, who just kept it down to a single. Surprisingly, the last 10 balls, we haven't really seen a boundary being hit by the Nixa batters. Just 8 runs have coming of the last couple of overs. Two really good partnerships so far in this innings. First 117-run opening stand, and now this one that has already gone past 44. He's bowling into the pitch and he's doing the right thing, Basil Rizvi. There is no point of bowling it fuller and allowing the batter to go for the drives and lofted drives over extra cover. Just 5 singles so far from Basil. But will he be able to finish the over well? Flashing blade from the left-hander. He gets it past extra cover. Solid connection from Hamza Donwala, as he was able to get the last ball of the over for a boundary on the offside. It was a length delivery. He was just able to create enough room for himself, creating that front leg and getting it past extra cover and mid-off to make sure that he ends the over on a high. 14 done, Nixa at 166 for 1.
Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Into his second over now, Hassan Patel starts off with a wrong gun. The ball just turns away, in fact, into the right-hander. Would have been a lovely delivery for the left-hander if the ball would have turned away from him. But let's see whether he is able to land the ball in the perfect area against Hamza Donwala as well. .50 partnership also comes up between the two batters now of just 31 deliveries. Been a tough ask for all the FVS bowlers, especially up against Nick Servan. All the batters, in fact, just 3 who have come out to bat up to now have been in very decent form with the bat. Hamza Donwala decides to use his feet. He gets it past that fielder, a deep square leg. I'm pretty sure the umpire would love to have a word with that fielder in the deep. It's been a boundary signaled. It becomes slightly easier for the left-hander, especially with the ball turning into his pad, that he can just use his feet and get it towards the shorter side of the ground. Could have gone all the way as well. I'm pretty sure he will look to do a little better than that, Hamza Donwala, as he uses his feet. Hasn't really timed that one well, but it's up in the end. It's over the boundary ropes. And for a moment, we thought that the ball might not have come off the middle of his bat, but it still just kept on going. Perhaps he knew that as well, because it got a lot of height and the distance, but it's very short towards mid-wicket or square leg from the end he's batting. He gets another full toss. It's a slightest sort of opportunity, but the ball just bounces in front of Usaid Mir at long off as Hamza gets another single. Instead of picking up wickets, it seems like FES are just trying to bowl a few quiet overs so that they don't get hit away for a lot of runs, but that won't really happen, because you're bound to bowl a bad delivery or two every over, and that's where these two batters are going to cash in. Just like that. And sometimes the fielder got to put up a better effort than that. It's a flat throw, but it's a little wide of the stumps, so Harsher will get another couple. Short and wide, he has been able to get it past extra cover, but will just get a single. Although if he had let that ball to the keeper, could have been called a wide, but he chose to play that one. So a single to end the over. After 15, it's 182 for 1.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications.
Well, he comes on to bowl his last over of the day now. Haris Adil starts off with a delivery down the leg side. Now the umpires just want to confirm. In fact, they have already raised their finger. So Hamza Donwala will be walking back to the dugout. In fact, he's still staying. Or is he walking back? Well, it seems like the only way they could have got another wicket today in FPS, because there was no other bowler who was able to put any pressure whatsoever. Hamza unfortunately couldn't return to the crease at the non-strikers end. The bails came off and Nixa have now lost their second wicket. So 65 runs partnership comes to an end between Asher and Hamza, who walks back after scoring 39. It's 182 for 2.
As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various
A couple of wickets have gone down now for Nixa. That brings their captain at number 4. Hamza Unwala losing his wicket courtesy of a run out. But still, they've got almost 4.5 overs now remaining, Nixa College. And they can still do severe damage to FPS bowling figures. Short and wide, but will just get a single. In fact, because of the misfield, they will be able to come back for the second one. And they'll be able to do that easily. So twice in 2 matches, FPS will be chasing down a big total. Couldn't do it in the first match when they were supposed to chase 175, and even today, Nixa will get the highest team total of this Empower Super League Season 3. Remember, Huser were able to score 189 in their first match. Nixa, well, they are already on 186, and they still have 4 more overs to come after this one. It's 186 for 2 after 16 overs.
different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating.
So the leg spinner will keep on continuing now from this end. It's the 17th over now of the innings, and I'm pretty sure both the right-handers will be looking to go harder against him. Obviously, if they will be able to play with the turn, they will get few boundaries on the offside because the leg side is slightly bigger from the pitch we are playing on today's match. Asher still has an opportunity to get 3 figures for himself. If he gets one more run, obviously it will be the highest individual score so far in this league. Saad decides to go straight, but it's not going to carry to the fielder at long off. The captain himself is out there. Will just get a run. So he's very young, Hassan, but he can turn the ball both ways. Drops it slightly shorter, gets it in the gap. But Usaid, standing very wide of the normal long on position, will be able to stop that one. When he began his spell very well, Hassan Patel, but he got hit for just 4 singles. His second over was a little expensive, where Hamza was able to hit him for a boundary and a 6. But now he has come back well. And as soon as we were starting to praise him, he bowls a wide one down the leg side. That will run away for 4. So 5 extra runs will be conceded. Well, he was trying to do something different, maybe trying to bowl an off spinner, a quicker one. It end up well down the leg side, and the wicket keeper, well, can't really blame him as well because it was too wide of him. Works that one away towards square leg. Will just get a single Asher, but he'll also retain the strike at the start of next over. 17 done. It's 197 for 2.
We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying Business and Environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter.
The 3 overs remain now for Nixa College. Fast bowler has been brought back into the attack again by FBS. Just get the feeling they want to wrap up this innings with pace, so we might see Basil as well introducing from the other end from their skipper R.S. Adil. Ayan Naqvi couldn't pick up a wicket in his first couple of overs that he bowled with the new ball, but let's see what he can do with the older one. Well, Ashir, who has just slowed down a bit, he's standing at the non-strikers and he's just 14 runs away of what would be the very first century of this edition of Empower Super League. Along with that, he will be hoping that he can make plenty of more runs for his team. Today will be the first occasion where we'll see a team going past the 200 while batting first in Empower Super League Season 3. Worked away towards the leg side, but should have been stopped. Should have been just a single instead. It went once again between the legs of that fielder at square leg as the skipper gets his boundary. His bottom hand came off the bat. That showed that it wasn't really timed that well, and the fielder could have done with a better effort with that. 200 meanwhile comes up for Nixa. Exactly what the captain wanted during the toss. It's a full toss. It's an opportunity for the fielder at long on. In fact, the ball goes over his head, I guess. Yep. It's been given as a 6 by the on-field umpire. Although he got too close there, Usaid, and I'm pretty sure a better effort, and he might have been able to at least pull the ball back instead of taking the catch, but the ball just going over his head and to his left side, and that's why the captain was able to get a 6 right after he got a boundary on the leg side. Well, this is something all the bowlers should have tried to do a lot more, especially the bowlers who have come on to bowl from that end. Just keep it outside the off stump, because that makes it difficult for the batters to drive and find the gaps on the longer side of the ground. Has been a flawless performance once again from Nixer. Goes over extra cover. It's R.S. Adil, the skipper, at long off. He will move to his left to make sure that he doesn't really give anything more than a single on that delivery. So the over comes to an end. After 18, Nixer are 209 for 2. Starts off with a short delivery, does Hassan Raza. It's gone up in the air. Usaid Amir, Usaid Mir, in fact, has taken already a very decent catch at long on. And he takes one more. So it was the skipper Saad who was on strike, and he was looking to get a boundary of the very first ball. Just got a lot of elevation and not the distance. Usaid, who might not have a decent outing with the ball today, but he has taken two really good catches at the boundary ropes. Hassan picks up his spurt. The captain Saad walking back after scoring 17. His partner still out there at the other end. Nixa are 209 for 3. Comes down the pitch, hits it to the left of the fielder at long off. A lot of work to be done, but the captain couldn't get there. As Arshad gets a much needed boundary for him. As now he moves into the 90s, the right-handed opener. Hassan Raza just bowling it short and outside, and almost really helping the cause of the batter, because it was hit towards the shorter side of the ground by the right-handed opener, who is now batting on 90. Just 10 runs away of what would be a brilliant century from the opener. Pulls that one, but they've got Basil at deep end wicket, who is a very decent fielder. And a bit of a fumble there. It's a confusion out there. It might chance be a run out, but it's all happening out there in the middle. The bowler first up, not being able to get at the throw. Then the wicket keeper couldn't gather it either at his end. As a result of which, we didn't see a run out happening at either end. But a single taken by the right-hander, as now he moves on to 91. And his partner, Raheel, at the other end, will be hoping that he can just pick up a single and get his partner back on strike. Because there's not a lot of time now remaining in this innings. Just 1 over to go after this one. Pulls it, gets it straight in the hands and straight out of him. Well, he did not even have to move an inch down there at deep square leg, that fielder. The ball just bursting through his hands. Boundary given by the on-field umpire. It was short. He shuffled across, just a swiveling pull stroke. And the ball bursting through the hands of that fielder. And ending up towards the boundary ropes. It's going to be a single to end the over, so Raheel will keep the strike to himself. 19 overs are now done. Just 3 down, Nixa. They are 225 for 3. Cleverly played this time by Rahel, making use of the bounce and the pace from Basel as he guides that one past third man for a boundary. I think his partner is not happy with him because he wants to get to his personal milestone maybe. Third man was up and he was able to get it finer of him to begin the over with another boundary for himself. So Asher is now on strike. He's still 9 runs away from his century. He'll just get that single towards deep mid wicket. In fact, they're coming back for the second one and will get there easily. So a couple of boundaries he needs right now. 93 or 55 is what he has managed. Nixer have piled on 233 with 3 balls still to go. Pulls that one shot, gets it in the gap. He gets the first of the 2 he wanted. A 4 behind square on the leg side will take Asher to 97 now. Bowling short on leg stump is not a good idea, especially towards the shorter boundary on the leg side, and Asher knew it. He was able to put that one down, roll his wrist over, and make sure that he got it behind square on the leg side. So not only it's the highest team total so far in this Empower Super League Season 3, but it's also a highest individual total score by any batter. Oh, it's a length delivery and he missed out. He's disappointed there, Asher. That means it's a dot delivery and now they need a boundary. In fact, Asher needs a boundary to get to his century. 1 for 40 so far for Basel Rizvi. Just 1 ball now remains for Nixa College to wrap up their innings. They've got a couple of fielders on the leg side, 1 deep on the offside, long on and long off straight. He's batting on 97 is Asher. He gets it towards mid-wicket. In fact, it's long on fielder Usaid Mir who is out there. He'll be able to come back for the second run. And he's going to finish on 99 not out. Unfortunate way to end your innings, 99 not out. He could have got to his 100, but unfortunately couldn't get a boundary of the last ball of the innings. Nixa have still somehow managed to score 239 in their allotted 20 overs. A brilliant effort from the boys in orange. First, their openers, Asher and Aris, put up a brilliant opening stand of 117. And then we saw Hamza Unwala also providing valuable contribution at number 3. The captain scoring 17 and then Rahel scoring 10. But the hero for the Sharks, it was the right-handed opener, Asher, finishing off an unbeaten 99 of just 58 deliveries as Nixa were able to score 239 in their allotted 20 overs. game for Foundation to chase down 240 runs.
one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends, or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique.
So welcome back once again from Nadir Al Burhani Cricket Grounds. It's fifth match of Empower Super League Season 3 when Nixa College have been able to post 239 in their allotted 20 overs. 240 is the target for FES as they begin the innings with a boundary towards third man. It was the captain Ariz Adil who was facing the very first ball, and he was able to guide that one past that fielder in the slip cordon to captain has already introduced 3 fielders in the slip cordon. Shamir did the right thing by bowling it outside the off stump, but Ariz was able to guide that one towards third man to open his account with a boundary. He placed that one in the gap, but they've got protection out there in the deep, and we have seen the ball just going past the hands of the fielder at deep backward point. I guess it was Nile out there. The bowler looked very surprised because he thought it should have been stopped and should have been just a run. Instead, it went to a boundary for 4. It was punched nicely by the skipper. But the fielder, well, he got down, but unfortunately couldn't stop it. Now they have removed one fielder from the slip cordon. Just a couple of fielders now standing in the first and the second slip. An extra fielder now placed on the offside. Standing tall and punching it towards the offside for yet another run, does the skipper. Well, they need an electrifying start today, FES, because they are chasing a huge total, 240, and that means the required run rate right from the start of their innings is going to be 24 every over. 12, in fact, every over. They couldn't chase down 174 in the very first match, but today they'll have to chase a lot more than that. Uppercuts it, gets it over first slip. Hassan Patel has also opened his account with a boundary towards third man. Shamir has been just a little too short so far in this over. Hassan, who's not that tall, but he was still able to uppercut that one over the outstretched hands of the fielder at first slip. And he was able to open his account with a boundary as well. So 3 boundaries already in the very first over for FBS. But for how long can they maintain this run rate? That's going to be the big challenge for the boys in grey. Another fielder has been taken off from the slip cordon. Now just one fielder standing there. Well, one thing is for sure, we might see a better fielding effort from Nixa as compared to what we saw from FPS, where a lot of boundaries were absolutely gifted to the batting team. They've got a very strong spin attack, Nixa. We saw that in the very first match as well, when the opposition Scepter got up to a pretty decent start when they were 77 for no loss at one stage, could only score 158. And that's because the spinners came on and they applied the brakes and picked up wickets in the middle overs. Slightly uppish, but it's not going to carry towards deep square leg. But he's been kept on bowling those short pitch deliveries in this first over. An expensive start is from Shamir. First over done. FVS chasing 240 are 15 for no loss.
Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course, there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus, there are loads of places to eat. My personal favorite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way.
Hamza Unwala to share the new ball, but he starts off with in fact, it's a no ball because the ball clearly pitched on the 22 yards to the right of where we are playing today. It's not the first time we have seen it happening in this tournament. We have seen a lot of bowlers not being able to land that ball on the playing pitch. It's going to be a free hit first off for the skipper. He's going to use his feet. It's going to be given as another wide, but he won't lose his wicket because it was a free hit. So Aris knew that he can afford to use his feet. He was looking to charge the bowler down the ground and was looking to hit that one over extra cover. The ball was further outside the off stump. Had that been a legal delivery or a non-free hit, could have been a wicket, but not to be. Goes for the big shot. Now it's up in the air. It's taken by the fielder at mid-off, but since the free hit stays, so that's why Aris will get another life. Could have been out twice in 2 balls, but a couple of balls back, it was a wide outside the off stump, and that's why the free hit continued. But he was still not being able to put that one away. The ball just getting a little drift away from the right-handers, Hamza. You can expect that to happen for the spinner, especially in these windy conditions. Outside edge, but couldn't really take that one. I think it was the skipper himself at first slip. Got to him at a very decent height. He got his left hand to it. Should have gone with both hands, and had that been the case, he might have been able to pouch that one. It was a lovely delivery from Hamza outside the off stump, inviting the batter for the drive, and not a lot of reaction time there available for the fielder in first slip. Two right-handers at the crease for FES. And from that end, the leg side boundaries are well short, so he's bowling outside the off stump on regular basis, Hamza Unwala. He's varying his pace as well. He's getting that drift away from the right-hander, so everything is working up till now for the off-spinner. Standing tall, and still the fielder wasn't able to pouch that one. Will get that single, Hassan Patel. But it was a brilliant effort nevertheless from the fielder at extra cover. Jumping in the air, but couldn't plug it out of thin air. Just standing too close at extra cover inside the inner ring, and as a result of which he wasn't able to complete that catch. Might be another wide. Upish, but doesn't really carry to the fielder at point, and an overthrow will allow them to pick up a single the captain was looking for. So an eventful start this from Hamza. He didn't get hit for a boundary, but he still gave away 9 runs courtesy of those extra runs. 2 overs done. FES are 24 for no loss.
As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today.
Now, was there bat involved? The wicketkeeper is appealing for an inside edge. He's still appealing for bat and pad, but the umpire doesn't really agree. He thought that just pad was involved. Got a bit of grip on this pitch. Was looking to work that away on the leg side, but couldn't really get any bat behind it. Now he drops it short. He gets it in the gap, does Aris. He's going to get the boundary he was after. It was too short and too wide from the off spinner, and he paid the price for it. Maybe he was expecting Aris to use his feet just like the way he did in the previous over, but he stayed on the back foot and made sure that he got it over those inner fielder on the offside. It's a leading edge, but it's not going to carry to that fielder inside the inner ring on the offside. So plenty of turn available for Raheel in the very first over, but he still went for just 6 runs towards the end. It's 30 for no loss for FPS.
And let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
Spin from both ends for Nixa. Once again, the ball just stayed up in the air but didn't really carry to the fielders inside the inner ring on the offside. Now, the idea is right to make the batter drive on that off stump. Using his feet, Hassan Patel gets it in the gap. They've got their angles covered. All the fielders of Nixa, they have one fielder in the deep on the leg side. They know it's a shorter boundary, so got to make sure that the fielders are always on their toes. Hits it powerfully, gets it in the gap, does the skipper. He's putting up a show so far with the bat, Aris Adil. Anything that has been slightly short or on the offside, he has been able to thread that in the gap between cover and extra cover. He did a mistake early on in the previous over when he decided to use his feet. It was out of stump, but that was a free hit. But now he's just looking to stay on the back foot on almost every delivery. Nixon obviously have got a lot of runs to play with, so they can afford the opposition hitting boundaries early on, especially during the fielding restrictions with just two fielders outside. But with that, they would love to pick up a couple of wickets as well. .22 from the skipper and 9 from Hassan Patel in this opening partnership. Just straighten up his line right now after being struck for a boundary. Works that one away towards deep mid wicket, but will still get that single. So they are yet to lose a wicket, but they have got to a pretty decent start. FES after 4, they are 37 for no loss.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also
Might see a lot of spin in the remaining overs from Nixa College. Into his second over already now, Rohail. FES, well, they still have a batting power play over remaining after this one. So the next 11 deliveries, you might see a few more boundaries from these two openers if they don't go on to lose wickets. He's always looking to score runs, Hassan Patel. He got a boundary early on when he was able to get that one over the fielder at the first slip. Since then, he has just been dealing in singles. His partner, on the other hand, has been able to make use of those short deliveries outside the off stump. Comes down the pitch and he's going to be stumped. Rohail gets the first wicket for Nixa College. And it seemed like it was always on the cards because Hassan Patel was looking to be ultra aggressive. He once again used his speed, was beaten in the flight and the lack of pace by the off spinner. And the wicketkeeper doing the job behind the stumps. So it seems like bringing on the spinner as compared to the fast bowler worked for Saad, the skipper of Nixa College, as Rohail has picked up the first wicket for the team. FPS have lost their first one. Hassan Patel will be walking back after scoring 9. The boys in grey are 38 for 1.
tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is FA's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting visa applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews and a 99% visa acceptance rate, our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures
Ali, the new manager at number 3 for Foundation Public School. They've got a lot of right-handers in their batting lineup. FES. It's a gentle full toss. He was able to get that one away towards mid wicket. Will just get a run, Ali. He's just looking to fly those deliveries up. Raheel, he knows that the batters will be looking to come harder against him, and in the process they can also pick up wickets. Decent over this from Raheel comes to an end. Just a couple of runs and a wicket of Hassan Patel in it. 5 overs done. FPS are just slowing down a bit. They are 39 for 1.
Ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
He's into his third over now, Hamza Unwala. Ideally, he would also love to pick up wickets, just like the way his bowling partner did in the previous over, Raheel. He's got the new man in front of him who has just been out there in the middle for 3 deliveries. Every now and then he just bowls a couple of deliveries outside the off stump, and even on that occasion it was given as a wide by the on-field umpire. I got to make sure he bowled straight and target those stumps and pads, just like the way Raheel was doing in the previous over. Now it's a chance of a run out. They needed a direct hit, but I just get the feeling it was the wicket keeper who gathered the throw, and then he took the bails off. But by that time Ali was allowed to dive into his playing crease. Yep, he couldn't even gather the ball cleanly. The ball hitting his gloves and then taking the bails off, and that allowed Ali to return back to the crease. Might expect the scoring rate to slow and drop down a bit. Although it's the last over of the batting power play, and after this one there will be more fielders outside the inner rings, but I'm pretty sure Nixa will be looking to place many fielders inside the inner rings so that they can even stop those singles. Remember, they were able to chase down the target in the previous match within 15 overs, so they've got no issue with the net run rate. Every now and then he bowls a quicker one, which is very hard to decipher for the right-hander. Sliding it up, but still couldn't get it past the fielder at extra cover, so they weren't able to score any runs with the bat apart from a wide outside the off stump. 6 done. The batting power play is over for Foundation Public School. They are 40 for no loss, and they still need 200 more runs to win.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world, but also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
So the batting power play is over for Foundation Public School. They only lost 1 wicket but could only score 40. And the required run rate was 12. They should have scored more runs than that, but we saw things slowing down, especially in the last couple of overs of the power play. And they lost Hassan Patel, and even the new man coming in, Ali, couldn't really utilize the fielding restrictions. It's a leading edge. It's an opportunity for a wicket. And the ball just falls between those two fielders. Now, why wasn't there no attempt of taking a catch? It went up in the air. It was in the air for a lot of time. The fielder had extra cover. Aris was looking at his teammate running in from mid-off. And in the end, both the fielders could only end up watching ball falling between those two. And now it's another one that has gone down. It was Nile who was running into his left from backward square leg. He dived towards his left as well, got both his hands to it. But the ball just not sticking. Couple of opportunities were there for Nixon to pick up another wicket, but we saw a catch not being attempted towards, and then a catch being put down. And now there was some confusion out there in the middle. As far as the running is between the wickets was concerned, a bit of a fumble allowed them to get that run they were after. So it's all happening in this 7th over of the innings. Could have lost few more wickets, but still out there in the middle. Now this time it's taken, I guess, by Hamza Unwala. It was much difficult of the first couple of chances that we saw in the previous over. It was short, it was hit really hard by the skipper Aris Adil. We saw him getting a lot of boundaries towards that region. Look at how hard he hit that one. It stayed in the air, but wonderfully taken by Hamza. Almost inches off the ground, diving towards his left, and he raised his finger straight away because he knew he took it very cleanly. So another wicket goes down now for FPS. It's the skipper who's now going to walk back. Haris Adil walking back, putting 26. FPS are 44 for 2. Again comes to an end. He has got a couple of wickets now in his 3 overs. And the score remains on 44 for 2 after 7 overs. Well, after taking a really good catch, Hamza Unwala, he returns to the bowling mark to bowl for the one last time in his spell. Still searching for his first wicket. None for 17 are his spell in the first 3 overs. It's been given as 1 run short by the on-field umpire, so just 1 run will count. Well, the batters look surprised with that decision, but obviously they couldn't really drag their bat beyond the popping crease. That's why, although they ran 2, but they'll just get that run they were after. Well, it's not the first time he has beaten the right-handed outside the off-stump Hamza Unwala. A lot of deliveries that have just missed the outside edge. Lighting it up. Bit of a fumble there from the fielder at mid-off. Will fetch another single. to Ali. Seems like the journey of FPS in this Empower Super League Season 3 will come to an end after the end of this game. Drifting down the leg side, the ball hitting the pads, but it was just too straight. It was angling down the leg stump as well. Boundaries seems to have clearly dried up for FPS. We saw a few boundaries coming in the first 3 overs, but then as soon as Rahel was introduced, he was able to apply the brakes, and he has also got a couple of wickets now, the off spinner. Hamza Unwala unfortunately couldn't pick up a wicket today in his spell of 4 overs. 8 overs are now done. FPS are 47 for 2. Left arm spinner comes in, replacing Rohail. And he starts off with a no ball because the ball might have pitched further wide outside the popping crease. It's going to be a free hit for the right-hander. He has been able to get it over the bowler's head, and he has been able to get that one past that fielder at mid-off. So he's going to get a boundary of that free hit. Not a lot of effort has been put in by those fielders because they know they are in a very strong position right now. Even if they leave few boundaries at this stage for FPS, things are not going to be that different. If you look at the outcome of the game, which clearly seems the Knicks are on top. Leading edge. It's an opportunity for a catch, and once again it's that man Nile who couldn't really get that closer. Well, he's ambidextrous, Saad. He can bowl as a left-arm orthodox. He's now bowling as a right-arm off-spinner. And Nile, once again, getting very close, but couldn't complete the catch from square leg region. It's the second one that he has put down. Pretty sure Knicks will expect a better fielding effort if they go on to qualify for the semi-finals and the final. Especially the catching is concerned. It's a low full toss. This time should be taken, and it is. No mistake done by that fielder on that occasion. It was a low full toss. Usaid Mir was looking to clear that fielder at extra cover. Couldn't get enough elevation on that. The ball just hitting the toe end of the bat and going straight in the hands of the fielder at extra cover. So another wicket goes down for FPS. It's the third for them. Usaid Mir will be walking back after scoring just 6 today in this run chase. And FPS are now 54 for 3. So the left-hander now walks in at number 5 for FPS. Saad straight away picking up a wicket in his very first over. Bit of an appeal there from the fielder in the first slip as well as by the keeper, but couldn't really convince the umpire. So a successful first over comes to an end from the off spinner. It's 54 for 3 now, FPS. It's the time to witness pace once again. We saw Hamza Unwala completing his spell from that end. And now he has been replaced by a fast bowler. So far we have just seen one over being delivered by the quickie. That was Shamir who bowled the very first over of this innings, and then he was taken off the attack. Nicely driven, gets it in the gap. He'll get his boundary, Ali. They know that there's still a lot of run to be chased down by FPS, so they are keeping extra fielders inside the inner ring. There was no one out there deep on the offside. It was a half volley, and Ali just creating room for himself and driving that one beautifully towards extra cover. Couple of fielders are now very close outside the off stump. A little bit of fumble will allow them to pick up a single easily. They've got two fielders very close at extra cover. Hamza Unwala standing at short mid wicket. Mid on and mid off are both up. No one at deep third man, just one fielder at deep square leg. Well, now he's standing at deep point for the left-hander. Three fielders on the offside. And he bowls a lovely delivery. Mujtaba Godal bowls it right in that block hole to the leg stump, and Mirza just couldn't get it towards the leg side as he has been castled, and Mujtaba picks up a wicket in his very first over. Full and straight, looking to play across the line, missing the byline of the ball completely, and it landed on the base of the middle stump. Another wicket to go down for FPS. It's Mirza who is walking back without even opening his account. FPS and now 59 for 4. Full toss down the leg side. But a good effort from Nile this time from fine leg region. Make sure that he just gives a single to the right-hander. A good first over comes to an end from Mushtaba. Just 6 runs and a wicket off it. 10 overs are now done. FPS are still 4 down. In the first 3 overs, their run rate was almost 10 and over. During the power play, it's another leading edge. Will this be taken this time? Nile doesn't make a mistake. Finally, he has been able to take one. It's the third that has come in that direction of his. He was able to put a couple of them down early on, but this time he made sure that he moved quickly and got into a very decent position to complete that catch. Another wicket to fall for FPS. Saad gets his second of the day. 5 wickets have now gone down. FPS are going down in this game very early. They are 60 for 5. Basil Rizvi at number 7. Able to play that one on the offside. Might be a chance of a run out. The umpire would definitely refer that one upstairs. Well, they were going for a quick single first up. There were a lot of fielders inside the inner ring on the offside. It went straight to one of them, and he was able to throw that one at the right end towards the wicketkeeper, who wasted no time in taking the bails off. But let's see whether the batter at the other end, Ali, was able to make his way back inside the crease at the right time or not. A good gather by the wicketkeeper. And the bat still seems to be in the air. So Ali will be well short of the crease as another wicket has gone down for FPS. The bat was clearly in the air, and unfortunately he couldn't really slide his bat in at the right time. So another wicket to fall for FPS, while looking to get that single. They have lost another wicket. 60 now for 6. So 2 wickets have gone down in 2 balls. First we saw a catch being taken, and in the very next ball we saw a run out. And now a thickish outside edge that has gone towards backward point. And Nile was just able to kick the ball further away from him, and as a result of which the left-hander Ayan gets off the mark with a couple. So they were 30 for no loss in the first 3 overs. When at one stage they were still scoring at 10, but now the run rate has gone even below 6 and over for the batting team, and they have lost 6 wickets. So another big victory is on the cards for the defending champions, Nixa Sharks. .240 seems very unlikely now for FES. Leading edge, and it goes over mid-wicket. He's going to get a boundary he was after. Not entirely out of the middle of the blade, but he's still got enough bat behind it to get it over the fielder at short mid-wicket, who was still placed inside the 30-yard circle. There was no one out there in the deep on the onside, and well, that was well over his head. It's a pretty decent overcome. So there is still a ball remaining in this over from the off spinner. One ball still remains in this 11th over from Saad. .66 for 6 with Ayan still on strike. It's turning out to be a perfect campaign so far for the defending champions. They went on to chase down the target against Scepter College, and they came out all guns blazing today while they were batting first, scoring 239, and now they've got the opposition reeling at 66 for 6. We'll get a quick single in the last ball, so make that 67 for 6 after 11 overs.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm a second-year Pakistani international student studying business and environment at the University of Exeter, Penryn campus. Life here has honestly been such a special experience. On campus, I'll either be working in the library or walking through the green spaces. It's so good on a sunny day. On the weekends, I'll be in a cute cafe in Falmouth, getting lunch with friends or exploring the beautiful natural landscapes. There are also tons of unique charity shops, and of course there's Chintz, the dreamiest little jazz bar for evenings out. When I'm up in Exeter, the Streatham campus is so vibrant. Of course there's a forum, and getting around campus is really easy with the train station and bus stops just next door. Plus there are loads of places to eat. My personal favourite is Effe's, especially after night out. Life here is calm, creative, and full of community, and you'll be sure to fit just right in.
At Empower Education Consultants, we guide students through the entire process, from shortlisting courses and universities to crafting personal statements to tracking deadlines and submitting these applications.
So the required run rate at the start of the innings was 12. Now it's almost touching 20 for FPS. Another left-hander at the crease. Remember, he got the wicket of the left-hander in his first over, Mushtaba. Bit of confusion, chance of a run out. Now, was he able to get at the throw cleanly? I don't think he was able to get at the ball in his gloves, but now, since the batter left the crease, and the fielding side decided to appeal for it, so the umpire raised his finger. And the batter is still having a word with the on-field umpire. Well, he should have stayed at the crease. The wicket-keeper showing good game awareness, although he couldn't get at the throw in the first attempt. It came off the toe end of the bat. Hamza Unwala got a hand to it. There was an attempt of a run out at the striker's end. The wicket-keeper couldn't get at the ball in the first attempt, but then As soon as the batter left the crease, he picked the ball and then he was able to take the bails off again.
Applications. We also help identify scholarships you're actually eligible for and provide support for every step. No shortcuts, no rushed applications. As official representatives with universities like University of Exeter and University of St. Andrews, and a 99%
So Nixa College fielders are showing wonderful game awareness as they just picked up another wicket courtesy of a run out. That brings a new right-hander at the crease. Just don't get the feeling FES will be able to survive their 20 overs with the bat, because they just have now 3 wickets remaining. Still, you can see plenty of fielders. In fact, almost every other fielder is standing inside the inner ring, apart from the fielder at deep square leg. Mustafa Jals attempting a slower delivery, but it went horribly wrong towards the leg side. Another complete performance from the defending champions, Nixa. As you expect from them, the way they have played in the first couple of seasons, you always knew that they are going to bring up another very strong team in this tournament, going down the leg side. Although a lot of students who performed in the first couple of editions have passed out, obviously, but still they have been able to assemble a very good, a very strong squad. And I'm pretty sure when they're going to be up against stronger teams in the semi-finals, and if they manage to win that, it will be a match to watch out for, especially if they can qualify for the finals where they will be up against Cedar. Just losing his line and length in this over, Mujtaba. Not express pace, but trying to bowl straight, bringing those stumps and pads into play. Basil unfortunately has been kept off strike since the last over. That's going to be the third of the over. Well, Musani has just stayed out there in the middle, and it's just the bowler and the wicket keeper who have been engaged in the last 3 deliveries, because everything has been going towards the leg side. Still have a ball remaining in this over. Mujtaba. They haven't really been able to get any runs off the bat in this over, but 3 wides. Ends up with a good yorker, but well dug out by the right-hander. So the score will remain on 70 for 7 after 12 overs.
visa acceptance rate. Our approach is proven. Apply to Empower Education Consultants and let us get it done the right way. As official representatives for the University of St. Andrews and the University of Exeter, Empower Education Consultant ensures that students get the top quality education from UK's finest institutes. We keep up to date with entry requirements, intakes, and application processes. Additionally, we offer our advice to various different students, recommending them universities based on their profiles and goals and objectives. Contact us today so we can get started on your application. If you are looking for scholarships, then you need to listen up. From US to UK, various universities offer different merit-based scholarships. At Empower Education Consultants, we help students identify
Time for another change in the bowling attack. Abdul Rahim has been brought on and he has picked up a wicket straight away. Basil Rizvi, well, It was a short delivery. He was looking to hit that one over the leg side fielder. There were a lot of fielders inside the inner ring. He wanted to get it over mid-on. The opportunity was there, but a little more bounce for Rahim, just causing the undone of the right-hander. A simple catch for the fielder at mid-on. Another wicket goes down for FES. Can't really believe his luck because it was a hit-me delivery, but in the end he was able to hit that one straight down to the throat of the mid-on fielder. 8th wicket has gone down for FES. They are 70 for 8.
Identify which scholarships they are actually eligible for and apply within the correct deadlines. If you want proper scholarship guidance, then don't procrastinate. Contact Empower Education Consultants today and let's get started on your application.
Hello from the University of Exeter, one of the top 15 universities in the UK, and through our partner Empower, based in Pakistan, many different scholarships are available worth up to £10,000. We're one of the top accredited business schools in the world. We're also one of the top ranked universities for career support with a 9.
Ahmed, the new man, in at number 10 and almost got right through him. Well, it turned into him. It stayed a little low. He missed it. So did the wicket keeper. I tell you what, it was very close to the leg stump. So it's going to be a huge achievement if they can survive till their 20 overs today, FPS, which seems very unlikely now. Bowling slower through the air, now allowing the ball to turn. They can afford to do that. I mean, once again, a brilliant performance from the boys in orange. Flights that one up, but will be given as a wide because it was too wide outside the off stump, and the right-hander just let that ball go straight to the keeper. Obviously. Nixa, with the win today, will be finishing at the top of the points table in Group A. So they're going to be up against either Huser or Cedar in the semi-finals. If Cedar go on to defeat Huser in their next match, obviously Huser will be up against Nixa, and that will be a match to watch out for, whereas Scepter will be taking on Cedar in the other semi-finals. However, if Huser can cause an upset and they can defeat Cedar in the next group match, we might see Nixa and Cedar up against each other in the semi-finals. So plenty of things can still happen in this Empower Super League Season 3. Huge appeal now. It's been given as a no ball by the on-field umpire. Well, it's been given as a free hit by the on-field umpire because the previous one was a no ball. We'll just get a single towards deep mid-wicket, Musani. Well, the ball had hit the stumps, I guess, and the umpire has referred that one upstairs. So the ball hitting the stumps at the non-striker's end. The fielders were very alert to appeal for that. The umpire did not want to take any risk, so he referred that one towards the third umpire. So let's see whether the batter was inside the crease by the time the ball hit the stumps or whether he was outside. So unfortunately, Musani wasn't able to put his bat inside the crease at the right time by the time the ball had hit the stumps. So on a free hit, he was looking to get that single at least towards mid-wicket, but really forgot to place his bat inside, and as a result of which, FPS have lost another wicket courtesy of a run out at the non-striker's end. So he'll be walking back as well as FBS lose another. They are 74 for 9. So still one ball remains in this first over from Rahim. Just one wicket remains now for FES. And he defends that one, pushes that one towards extra cover. So 13 overs are now done. FPS just one wicket away from suffering yet another defeat in this Empower Super League Season 3. They are 74 for 9. So Asher has been introduced into the attack. Scored 99 in the first innings and he has been given the opportunity to pick up the last wicket to fall. In fact, this might be a run out. It is a run out because of another mix-up between the two batters. Quite a lot of batters have lost their wickets in that fashion today for FPS. And that has been the pattern for the boys in grey as they lose their last one courtesy of a run out as well. So Asher was brought into the bowling attack so that he could pick up a final wicket, but it was once again the error in judgment from the two batters as they were looking for a single and then they were well short of the crease. So suffering another defeat today, FVS, this time by even a bigger margin as compared to the previous one. They lost this game by 165 as Nixa have not only get those 2 points, but they're going to finish at the top of the points table and they have proceeded to the semi-finals of Empower Super League Season 3. So 240 was a target today for Foundation Public School. We saw some resistance early on from their skipper Adil, who scored 26, and Hassan Patel. But as soon as these two openers were dismissed, we didn't really see a lot of batting performance from the other batters. Just Ali entering into the double figures and quite a lot of batters losing their wickets courtesy of run out. As far as the bowling is concerned, Shamir took on the new ball, just bowled 1 over, but he gave away 15 runs. Hamza bowling 4, couldn't pick up a wicket. Couple of wickets for Raheel and Saad, and a wicket apiece for Mushtaba and Rahim towards the end. So Nixa College, they chose to bat first after winning the toss, scored 239, courtesy of the brilliant nod from Asher, who remained unbeaten on 99. And in reply, Foundation could only manage 74 as they were bundled out, and Nixa College were able to win this game comfortably by 165 runs as they proceed to the semi-finals of ESL Season 3. So welcome to the highlights of the 5th match of University of Exeter presents Empower Super League Season 3. The defending champions Nixa College were up against Foundation Public School. It was the second match for both the teams. It was slightly overcast early on. We saw Nixa winning the toss and choosing to bat first, and as soon as the batters came out there in the middle, it was a bright sunny day once again, and they made full use of those wonderful batting conditions. It was a wonderful batting pitch once again today. Although we were playing on the third pitch on the square, that made the leg side boundary much shorter as compared to what we saw in the first few matches. And both the openers, Ariz and Asher, were able to capitalize on every opportunity that was presented to them. A couple of fast bowlers started on with the new ball, but we didn't really see a lot of difficulty being faced by any of those batters, as Asher and Ariz were able to score runs on either side of the wickets. The introduction of spinners didn't really make a lot of difference to the scoring rate, as they kept on scoring at 12 and over or more, and made it even more difficult for the bowlers and the fielders to curtail the flow of runs as well as to curtail the flow of the boundaries. Ariz, who got a half century in the previous match, looked once again pretty decent at the start of the innings, and he was supported very well as well by Asher. Both of them made sure that they got a lot of boundaries early on, and the boundaries kept on coming even after the batting power play was done and dusted. And precisely because of the fact that we didn't really see a lot of good effort from the fielders out there in the middle. Ariz, the skipper, bowls as an off spinner. Well, he tried his best as well, but couldn't really pick up a wicket. That's how they lost their first wicket. 108, 17 runs opening stand between Asher and Ariz. The very first ball from Basel was played towards long on, where Usaid picked up a wonderful catch. Then Hamza Unwala came out to bat at number 3. He opened his account with a 6 towards the offside over extra cover, and that just showed how good a form he is in with the bat. He was very aggressive against the leg spinner Huzaifa and Hassan Patel when he was able to hit the boundaries and maximums towards the leg side, but Asher just kept on scoring runs from the other end as well, and there was no urgency from any of those fielders or the bowlers to pick up a wicket. They went with a defensive approach of stopping the flow of runs, but that didn't really happen as well for Foundation Public School, as they were up against a quality team, Nixa College. Powerful striking from the left-hander too. That's how Hamza Unwala unfortunately lost his wicket when he couldn't really return to the crease at the right time, and the ball, in fact the throw from the wicketkeeper, hit the stumps on the full. Saad, the skipper, came on to bat at number 4. He was also helped by some poor fielding efforts from the Foundation Public School, as the ball went past those fielders on quite a lot of occasions. He was able to hit that full toss over a long on fielder where Usaid Ahmed was placed. That's how Saad lost his wicket, courtesy of another good catch by Usaid. He has been very good in this tournament. He has taken some really good catches, but Asher had the opportunity of scoring few runs so that he could have completed his century, but that couldn't really happen. In the last over, he needed 10 runs to get past to his century. Raheel came in. He scored a couple of boundaries. He stayed out there for quite a few deliveries, and that didn't allow Asher to be back on strike, although he was able to strike a boundary, and then he just needed one big shot at the last ball of the innings, but he couldn't do that, and as a result of which he stayed unbeaten on 99, but not before Nixa piled on 239 in their allotted 20 overs, courtesy of contribution from almost every other batter who came in to bat for the boys in orange. FES, well, they had a huge task on their heads. They had to chase down 240, and they started nicely as well when they got 3 boundaries in the very first over from Shamir. couple of them from the bat of the skipper, and then one from Hassan Patel over third man. The spinner were introduced very early on. Hamza Unwala, unfortunately, was getting that drift. The ball was turning away from him, but he couldn't get a wicket. Rahel was the one who broke the opening partnership when Hassan Patel lost his wicket. Then we saw a wonderful catch from Hamza Unwala on the offside, where he got rid of Ariz Adil. And after the batting power play was done and dusted, there wasn't really a lot of resistance being shown by the batters of FPS. That was a catch taken by the fielder at extra cover as Saad picked up his first wicket. Then we saw a few wickets going down courtesy of runouts, and that didn't really allow any of the partnership to be built on between FPS. Although few boundaries did came towards the middle phases of the innings, but that wasn't enough. Mushtaba Godel picks up a wicket of the very first over. We saw Nile, after dropping a couple of catches, was able to pick one as well towards square leg. And it was the first run out at the striker's end, but the throw was right next to the stump, and the wicketkeeper was able to take the bails off. Very rare boundary by the left-hander. That's another wicket courtesy of a run out. Hamza Unwala was able to throw the ball back to the stumps, who first dislodged the bails without gathering the throw, and then the batter left the crease without referring to anyone, and the wicketkeeper saw the opportunity and made sure that he moved the other bail as well. Basil Rizvi was caught out there at mid-on of the bowling of Rahim. Then it was a free hit, which went towards the fielder, a deep mid-wicket, and the batter was slowly returning to the crease, did not drag his bat. It was in the air by the time the ball hit the stumps. And then even the last wicket to fall was courtesy of a run out at the striker's end. There was no communication whatsoever, and that allowed the fielder, Nile, to throw the ball back towards the striker's end, and they were able to get the last wicket as well. So 74 is what FPS managed in their run chase, and Nixa were able to win this game once again comfortably by a big margin of 165 runs. Hello.
92% graduate employability rating. We'd look forward to receiving your application.
It's time for the post-match presentation ceremony for the fifth match of University of Exeter presents Empower Super League Season 3. The defending champions Nixa were up against Foundation Public School for their last match of the group stages. We saw a lot of records being tumbled. 239 runs were scored by the team batting first, Nixa College, and they were able to win it by a big margin of 165. Not only they get those 2 points, but they also qualify for the semi-finals. So congratulations for the defending champions. It's the first time we have seen the team to have qualified for the semi-finals in all 3 occasions, and because of the wonderful effort with the bat, scoring an unbeaten 99 runs with the bat while opening the innings for the boys in orange, it's Asher who has been adjudged as the player of the match for today's match. He'll get a cash prize of 15,000 rupees and his shield from Mr. Amir. He was very unfortunate that he couldn't really get a boundary of the last ball of the innings, otherwise it would have been the first century of this edition of Empower Super League, but still a wonderful knock nevertheless. Asher, I still cannot see a smile on your face. Is it because of that one run that you missed out today?
No, I was just trying to get the win, and we were trying to get the maximum runs we could get. And even when Saad came, I was just trying to score the boundaries, not think of my 100. And what Allah planned is
But the scenes told something different when you're having a conversation with Rohel towards the end of the innings.
yeah, in the last over, I was trying to hit for the maximum runs I could, but unfortunately, it couldn't happen. But
it's good that you got some runs under your belt. Obviously, you'll be playing a much more tough competition in the semi-finals as well as in the finals.
we are just aiming for the 30th January and aiming for the big team, Cedar, and inshallah we will win it.
So You already made your plans, so all the best for the semi-finals as well as for the finals. So that was Arshad, the player of the match for Nixa College, for scoring unbeaten 99 runs today. We'll be back tomorrow here from Naidil Al Burhani Cricket Ground for the next match of the group stages of Empower Super League Season 3.